Welcome back, everybody. It's another Tuesday night at Muskogee Rougher Football. We're live each and every Tuesday night from 6:30 till just after the top of the hour of 7 o'clock here from Runts Barbecue, where it's a little better barbecue and the home of the big old pork chop. How big is that pork chop there, Dale Condict?
Probably the size of my hand.
I think it, yeah.
Kind of went light tonight. Oh, maybe. Oh, I may have some ribs here, too.
Going light in preparation for not Friday night, but now Thursday night, and a big matchup against Sand Springs.
A little audible this morning. You know, you start looking at the forecast, and you see that 90% chance of rain most all day, and chance of thunderstorms, and this game deserves to be played on a good night. So we'd like everybody to be able to come out and watch, and the kids get a good environment too. So
talk a little bit about that process today. I know it had to involve yourself and Bobby Klink with Sand Springs. I'm sure their athletic director along with Jim Platter.
Yeah, Coach Platter and I met first thing this morning. Then we went over and met with Dr. Mendenhall. They felt the same way. And then Coach Platter called Sand Springs AD, and of course he said he needed to talk to Bobby. And
right.
They agreed, and if they didn't agree, then we'd play Friday, and that's fine too. But I think everybody, I think there's been a lot of movement to Thursday.
There's a lot of positives, and I know it takes away a day of preparation, but it's the same for both teams. But it also helps with the game night environment because, let's face it, a weather forecast like what I saw on the forecast on the 5 o'clock news today would probably leave everybody at home with the exception of the broadcast crew and the two football teams because it may be close to a monsoon by game time.
And things have changed a lot in the last 25 years. You have online things that are TV. So I know me, if I don't have too much invested in it, I'm going to stay home and watch. But I think this was definitely the best move. And we're not going to kid ourselves. I think both teams have probably been working longer than just a few days on this game.
Well, certainly it should be a big matchup on Thursday night. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff at Rougher Village, Muskogee, and Sand Springs. But Dale, coming into this one, Roughers are kind of finally hitting your stride. You're fine-tuning the offense, fine-tuning the defense. 12 scoreless quarters of defensive play, offensive numbers that have been good, although not the strongest opponents, but still, even against air, putting up those type of numbers is a challenge, even in practice.
Yeah, I think we've slowly started to find our way. I think there's still a lot of unknown. I don't think we're still nearly as good as we can be. I think we're going to find out a lot more about ourselves Thursday night. Definitely a great football team, a highly ranked football team, and I think with high expectations coming into this season. So, it's a big night and one I've been looking forward to. I think our players are ready for a big test. So. But things have been going a lot better, going in the right direction for us.
When you look at a game film after last Friday night's overwhelming victory over Capitol Hill, that just, your heart goes out to Coach Sizemore because he's pouring his heart and soul into developing the lives and the talents of those kids. But, man, it was a ball game that got out of control early, and it just seemed to steamroll. But what do you evaluate from watching that game film and put it into future practice and preparation for a contest like Sand Springs or the next couple of weeks even against Sapulpa and Putnam City North?
Well, there's still a certain level of execution you would like to see, and there was some things we didn't like that went on, so we had a lot of correction to make off of it, but definitely saw some explosive plays. I feel like our D-line's probably the strength of our football team. Those guys are relentless. They play hard every snap, and so we feel great about them. Of course, was very excited about the explosive performance by Jamie Beasley. 7 catches for 215 yards and a couple touchdowns, and that's rare to see any receiver getting over 200 yards on a night. So.
Absolutely, and now you have all those circumstances working in your favor as you get down. But let's face it, this week, and I don't know what's going to happen to the schedule with Sapulpa and Putnam City North if they move their game to Thursday as well. But that's the top 4 teams in the district all going head to head this week.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting night. You also have Stillwater and Putnam City Original, and
right.
You have 2 other teams on the west. I've noticed Piedmont and Southmore play. I think that could be for maybe a 4th place spot over there. So, some great ball games in 6A too, and I don't know how many of them are going to be Thursday night, but if there's not one Thursday night and it's Friday night and it's not raining real bad, I may go watch one.
might, right?
If it's raining real bad,
you have to get Sherry's permission to go, right?
So
or she just get in the truck and go with you.
She's not going to go with me if it's raining. So she would if it wasn't raining.
Well, that's for sure. That's for sure. We're having a good time as always here at Runts Barbecue. We're going to take our first time out and let Coach dive into that massive style pork chop. He's been kind of fingering the piece by piece the okra and trying to get a big spoonful of these black-eyed peas with the jalapenos that he's ready to dive into. We'll do that during a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you a chance to meet a 9-year veteran of the Muskogee Rougher coaching staff who's from the state of Kansas. We'll talk with Ryan Dvorak along with Coach Condict when we come back after this timeout on the Tuesday night Coach's Show.
In times of need, it's comforting to see faces of people you know and trust. Cornerstone Funeral Home in Muskogee cherishes the opportunity to be there for you and your family in life's most challenging times when friends are most important. Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory welcomes the opportunity to answer any questions regarding planning and pre-arrangements for you and your loved ones. Experience the difference. Cornerstone Funeral Home, 1830 North York in Muskogee, where you'll find faces you know and reputations you trust.
This land was a tapestry of Indian nations and tiny towns that grew into great cities. Bank First is loyal to the shared mission of growth and success that built Oklahoma. That's why in more than 50 communities statewide, our banks are run by local leaders who stick together and work hard to continue unlocking Oklahoma's great promise. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
A super time to buy September savings at J. Hodge Chevrolet in Muskogee. Buy a new Silverado 1500, take $10,000 off MSRP. Shop over 60 used from $16,965. September savings top the list. Don't overpay. Come see Jay. New Silverado, 10 grand off. Over 60 used from $16,965. Then J. Hodge Chevrolet in Muskogee. 144 West Shawnee.
Ugh, my brother and sister left me again. They went back to school. Can you believe that? But don't worry, they still call me every morning, thanks to their brand new phones from Bravado Wireless. My sister even dropped hers in the pool, but Bravado's trade-in help has her covered. And my brother, he's flexing with the new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Like, how cool is that? Mom and Dad got deals too. Bravado's unlimited plan saved the whole family money.
Back inside Runts Barbecue, where between the timeouts, between segments, we do a lot of diving into the food. And Dale, you got about 3 or 4 slices off that big pork chop.
It's unbelievable how fast 2 minutes can go.
It's kind of like the final 2 minutes of a ball game.
Yeah, it's wasn't enough. I need about 20 minutes.
Let's give you a chance to meet a member of the Rougher coaching staff who's been, 9 seasons now? This is year number 9 for the guy that came in with red, and he's still got red hair. That's what we're talking about. He's known to his teammate in the locker room, in the coach's locker room, as the Keebler Kid. Ryan Dvorak, you want to explain that Cookie Monster story?
No, we'll let Macnack explain that one. He's very fictitious.
Let's get a chance to talk with you about what brought you to Muskogee. I know you played high school football in the state of Kansas, came to college at Northeastern State University.
Yep.
But while you were here, you were getting a look at being Indian Bowl.
Yeah. I was at Northeastern, played there, then I was a graduate assistant for a couple years there, and met a girl from Muskogee.
There you got there.
I mean,
it took a little bit, but we got there. Don't
tale as old as time.
Don't tell me it's football. Come on now.
And it's been a good combination of 2 outstanding people, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Now, you've also had not only football excitement this season, but a little bit of excitement in the household because I don't know if it was properly timed or whatever, but the new baby comes just days before the season opener.
Yeah, we had baby Rhodes on the August 21st, the day before our scrimmage against Grove and Tahlequah, and so number 3 was here.
Now, don't be partial to the youngest one. The baby always gets a lot of attention, either from you, Mom, or Grandma and Grandpa and the rest of the family. Yeah. So Rhodes is the youngest.
Yep.
Talk to me about the other two.
We got Maeve, who is 5, and so she's
going on 10.
Right. So that she started kindergarten this year, which that's first one going through school. It's always different.
You and the missus got to go to parent-teacher conferences.
Yeah, of course we did.
Yeah, of course you did.
Gotta go play the part. So we have her, and then we have Rafe. He is 3, and he keeps us on our toes for sure.
And he's a daddy's boy.
He is a daddy's boy. He loves ball.
He does indeed. Okay, now let's talk about your responsibilities. And I know Coach is very glad to have a man of your experience and your abilities helping out with each and every week's preparation for the upcoming opponent as the offensive line coach and run game coordinator.
Yeah, we kind of get together as a staff and start talking about game plan and what kind of marries everything together, and everybody kind of has their input, and somebody throws a suggestion out there, and Mays, jumps up and down, and then and then Mason will kind of
then he goes and pounces in the corner,
and then he goes and pounces in the corner, and then but no, everybody's it's kind of an open discussion and kind of what we can do to be successful.
It's nice to see the open-mindedness of your coaching staff to be able to share their own thoughts, feel like they've got that freedom to speak up, and realize that as a group you'll come up with the right call.
And it takes a little time to develop those relationships where you get to the point where, but you're spending so much time with each other, whereas I've known Ryan for 6-7 months now. Yep. I feel like I've known him for years, and I can tell you, he was one of the first calls I made when I got the job, because of the coaches that had been here told me you want to try to keep that guy around, and so was very thrilled to get to convince. I mean, maybe he was staying anyway, but definitely wanted him to stay on board, and even more glad now that I've got to see him at work. He's a tremendous O-line guy. I think he could probably coach. He's coached receiver, so he could do a lot of different things, but. If there's 2 things you better make sure you have, it's a good O-line guy and a good secondary guy. So we're blessed with both of those.
We certainly are. Now, Ryan, let's talk a little bit about how you have worked with the other members of the coaching staff this year and a couple of the other assistants that kind of help out on that O-line situation in putting together a new offensive line, because with the exception of Hunter Lanier, it's all brand new faces.
Yeah, there's just like the coaching staff, there's a learning curve with the kids, and, we're trying to find the best fit, and whether that's kids that might have transferred into Muskogee or kids that have come up from freshman to sophomore years, and then finding some guys that have kind of been within the program the last couple of years, just to find the best fit that makes it work.
And it not only has been challenging for the players, Dale, to learn a brand new offensive system with the never-ending syllabus of descriptions of plays and formations and things in the Mason Fine offensive attack. But I got a feeling that's been a challenge for the coaching staff as well. Am I right, Brian?
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of part of the challenge that we have to be able to kind of learn from and grow, and then move forward.
What do you feel like has been the real strength of this offensive line as it has matured week by week?
I mean, it's the strength that we've kind of had is being able to build week by week, and I think the bye week was really beneficial for us, and we kind of cranked up the intensity, even more so, knowing that district play was coming up.
Well, certainly that maturation has just continued.
Yeah, and I think it starts with Ryan, but developing some depth. I was really concerned early, but you find some little nuggets here and there along the way that. Whether you've had to play a few guys because of guys being tired that are playing both ways, or guys being injured or out for some reason, we found, I feel a lot better now about, where I was looking at, we had 4 or 5 guys. I feel like now we may have 7 or 8 that we feel a little more comfortable about putting out there. But, there's nothing like coaching the O-line. To me, you don't understand it unless you've done it before. It's one of the most enjoyable parts of the game to me has been working with O-linemen over the years.
Each week when we have our coaching staff member with us, as in this week Ryan Dvorak, we bring a player from his specific unit, and this week you got a guy sitting to your left that although there's not an ounce of meat left on that plate that JoJo ordered, talk to me about the efforts and the abilities and the performance that you're getting from JoJo Alexander?
Jamonte has done a.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm very proud of what he has done, kind of taking that next step. He's a kid that was up here in 2023 as a freshman, and he's kind of been focused mainly on the defensive side of the ball, and then this year it's kind of been both. And he's done a good job of trying to learn, and eventually once you learn it, like the best way of learning it is trying to teach somebody else. So like I said, we had some new pieces and trying to put things together, but he's done a very good job of trying to teach some of the other guys.
It has been interesting to watch this young man mature, the maturation process from when he came up as a freshman with all kinds of God-given physical abilities to a sophomore season when he was beginning to figure it out, a junior season that the light bulb would go on most of the time, and I don't mean to be critical, JoJo, but now it seems like that light stays on all the time. This guy has really kind of seen it all come to reality.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, we're going to take a break, let Ryan finish devouring the 2 ribs that he has left from his 3-meat combo. Mama Dvorak, don't get mad at him. I'm sure he'll be glad to bring something home for you as well when we take a break. We're going to take a time out. We're going to shift some chairs around, play musical chairs during the break, and when we come back, we'll talk with JoJo Alexander. We'll also talk with the Bees, Jamie Beasley, about Muskogee Rougher football when we continue the Tuesday Night Coaches Show live from Runts Barbecue.
Pioneer Abstract, proudly serving residential and commercial customers throughout Muskogee County since 1905. Serving banks, mortgage companies, and mortgage brokers with refinancing, purchase, 1031 tax-deferred exchanges, along with full escrow services and more. Pioneer Abstract offers the convenience of centralized services for escrow accounts, title insurance, and title searches. Pioneer Abstract, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow at 412 West Broadway in downtown Muskogee, or call Pioneer Abstract at 683-2904.
Runts Barbecue serves up hand-rubbed, slow-cooked goodness. Anytime you're feeding a few hundred, hey, we're just tailgating with friends. Call the experts, Runts Barbecue. Ribs, brisket, burnt ends, mouth-watering hot link, and smoked chicken, where everything is made from scratch, from the barbecue sauce to the banana pudding. Give us a try, and you won't be disappointed. Runts Barbecue, 918-681-3900. Runts Barbecue, slow-cooked goodness in Muskogee.
Pioneer Abstract, proudly serving residential and commercial customers.
In sports, having the right winning strategy is often the difference between winning and losing. The same is true when you need legal representation. For more than 15 years, the law offices of Michael A. Finnerty have successfully provided the winning strategy with excellence and integrity for the people of the Muskogee area in matters of personal injury, social security disability, and workers' compensation issues. The law office, Muskogee trusts Michael A. Finnerty, ready to develop a winning strategy. Michael A. Finnerty, 436 Court Street in Muskogee. Call 687-1155. Online at FinnertyLaw.com.
Pioneer Abstract, proudly serving residential and commercial customers throughout Muskogee County since 19...
Pain is temporary, pride is forever. At Excel Therapy, we want to be your athlete's advocate for excellence. We offer treatment methods that focus on strengthening muscles and improving flexibility to improve your overall performance. And when injury sets in, Excel Therapy can aid in the recovery process. We know it's important to get back in the game, so trust the comeback experts, Excel Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. With 16 locations and no physician referral required, you can begin healing today. Look for us online at exceltherapyok.com.
A little more toward you.
Welcome back to Runts Barbecue. It's the Tuesday night Muskogee Rougher Football Coaches Show. It is a week of excitement for Rougher football. Dale Condict, I don't think it would have mattered if they said play Saturday, Friday night, or as in this case, Thursday night. You put Muskogee and Sand Springs together, you get electricity.
Yeah, this is what you put all the extra time and effort in for these kind of games, and certainly excited to get this one going and to have it at Rougher Village to hopefully create a great atmosphere. We're ready to play.
Well, the 2 guys to your left always bring a great deal of excitement. We saw a lot of that last couple of weeks, but specifically last Friday night with the over 200 yards receiving for Jamie Beasley, the guy that's down on the very far end of the table. And then the guy right beside him, JoJo Alexander, whether he's on offense or defense, he's feeding somebody pancakes.
Yeah, JoJo's really developed, when they play D-line and they're really good at it, which he is, it's sometimes a little bit tricky to get them to buy into playing on the offensive line. And, over the course of the last couple months, he's really bought in and very excited about how he's playing, about his future And, of course, he can flip around and play some defense for us, too.
Let's skip down to the far end of the table because I don't want Jamie to fall asleep on us while we're talking to Jamonte Alexander. First time I've heard that in a long, long time. Jamie Beasley, what is it about this season that's so exciting for you?
Definitely just learning new offenses and just the way I'm getting the ball in space and making it happen and just playing for my teammates. Last Friday night in the ball game, I kind of knew going in where the ball was supposed to go that first route. You knew it was coming your way. When you went out in that formation, what were you thinking about? Just what the defense is and how the corner is playing me and just how electric I am with the ball.
It was pretty
I
electrifying.
agree with him. Yeah. No, he's definitely one of the better wide, and I've had some good ones, but man, he does some things they're just different, man. He could do some things that he came up with a move one night, and I don't know if he named it or what, but it was slick, man. He had
Specifically, what was that move?
He'll know.
I really just got it from basketball, like when you finna fade away like Kobe did, just that's a double boom.
He said it was the double Kobe move, and I was like, oh, whatever it was nice.
Well, it certainly worked. And Nick Hampton, my broadcast partner, and I have talked more than once about how when you catch the football and you're trying to make that move and then you turn it upfield, you kind of seem to change gears. Talk to me about how you move from on the move to the house.
Just seeing how the defense reacted to the move, and they reacted to it, and I just seen the open lane, and I just took it.
It's kind of like my thoughts of a race car driver. I mean, he's trying to weave his way through the traffic, and then all of a sudden he sees the checkered flag, and it's pedal to the metal.
Yeah, and he's got great change of direction, and his stop-start speed for a guy that's 6'2" is great. He's very coachable. I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to know him, and he's one of the leaders of the team, and it makes it a lot easier when your best players also have a great attitude.
Jamie, we talked in the preseason about what you wanted to bring to this football team as a senior. Talk to me about how you've approached this with the new guys working their way into the lineup, you coming back as a returning starter.
Just bringing my leadership to every day of practice and just leading the team on and off the field.
And you were happy in the preseason to get all that recruiting noise set aside because of your commitment.
Yes, sir.
And that's going still with Sac State, right?
Yes, sir.
Sacramento State. What was it about Sacramento State that put that big smile on your face, almost as big as the touchdowns that you had last Friday?
I say it all the time. I feel like the coaching staff there just really loves me, and that just brings a big part of how you want to be when you go into college. You want a big, supportive coaching staff.
All right, now let's come back up the table a little bit and talk with a guy that can throw his shoulders back and throw the chest out as well, because JoJo Alexander, you just love playing football. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me a little bit about your love for the game of football. What turns your motor on?
My big brother, like him putting in the work every day, going out, working, running, just made me love the sport.
Now, Coach Savorik talked about seeing you come up as a freshman, jumping into the lineup on and off as that sophomore season when you got to put a ring on your finger.
Yes, sir.
Last year having it taken away from you in the closing moments. How much did that motivate you to escalate your performance for this season and trying to get the Ruffers back to a championship game?
Just work as hard as everybody else that's doing the same thing and just put in the work, working, keep going.
How hard is it to go both ways, especially on those hot nights?
It's really hard. I mean, you got to have the energy. You got to put in the work, get the stamina up, and do what you got to do.
And he's one of those tough guys. He won't tell you when he's too tired. You got to be watching him, because he's too tough to say I need a break. You got to just watch him and know.
He's still a kid. I mean, yeah, he's a big kid and a big strong kid, but he's still a kid that doesn't ever want the coach to take him out.
Well, I tell you what, I've been impressed with JoJo lately, and even throughout the season, is he's a leader. He really is. The players respond to him. When we were at Ponca City, we had a big game for that night. We needed to get a win. We need to get things going. Right. I feel like this guy kind of got he had me fired up. He had everybody fired up. So at the right times, I think our other guys respond to his energy. He has a great energy about him. He has a great attitude on life, and he brings that every day. And it's been really fun to watch him develop over the last couple months.
Talk to me about your favorite side of football. We talked about this last week in our pregame show, and you took the high road, my man, because you said it doesn't matter to me. Just put me in the game, Coach. I'm ready to go. But given your true choice, are you going to want to be that guy that delivers the pancake block on an opposing defensive lineman. Keep in mind, Coach DeVork sitting at the end of the table. Or you want to be that defensive lineman that roughs up a quarterback, or maybe
watching.
Yeah, it roughs up a quarterback or a running back trying to come through the gap.
I'll say defense. That's my favorite side of the ball. I just like to hit people.
It's always their favorite.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the. I don't want to say it's the easier one because it's certainly not. Is it easier for you to go on the defensive side and do your business, or carry out the offensive responsibilities?
Offensive responsibilities.
Why? Why is it easier to do the offensive side?
Because it's mainly two things. You can go right or left, and you can go down block, or you can kick out and take your right side gap.
Do you feel like you're a stronger run blocker versus a pass protector?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because I can use my length and shut the block.
He's pretty good pass pro. When I've seen him at times, he's got very light feet for a guy as big as him. So
it's certainly nice to have two guys like this able to put out on the field, whether they go offense or defense, to know that they bring us a very skilled, high level of athleticism, but they also bring an energy and a passion for winning football games and a passion for being a Muskogee Rougher.
Yeah, and you said the word I was thinking when I think of these two is energy, and when they want to, they can get the room elevated and ready. And so
I've heard that coming out of the locker room on more than one occasion when I visited, even on game days.
Yeah, and they're good quality people, and I've really enjoyed watching. My relationship with them even has developed, a lot over the last half year, and again, I feel like I've known these guys a long time. And I care very much for them, and I'm grateful to have them on our team.
Jamie, I'm going to come back to you for one last question. What has it meant for you to be a Muskogee Rougher? And on game day, when everybody's trying to get locked in, what's the word you're going to say to your teammates on Thursday night when Sand Springs comes to town?
Just believe and just execute and just do your assignment. If everybody just do their 1 to 11, then we'll win the game.
JoJo, what's the word going to come out of your mouth?
Oh, this is making me nervous,
Bill. What are you going to get up and shout out to your brethren about it? Let's go.
I'm going to agree with Jamie. I mean, you just got to do your assignment. Try to do the best thing that you can do. Give it your all, and let's go.
Yeah. They'll be.
I don't think there'll be any need to strike a match. He'll come Thursday night.
Guy right here, he'll get them going in that locker room Thursday. I have no worries about that.
That's for sure. JoJo Alexander, Jamie Beasley, two big reasons the Muskogee Roughers are excited about Thursday night's matchup against Sand Springs and a continuing winning streak when the Sandites visit Rougher Village. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back on the other side, Coach Conn and I will talk about the game plan for the Muskogee Roughers looking to pick up another victory and taking a giant step toward a district title when they entertain Sand Springs on Thursday night. We'll do that after our final break here on the Tuesday Night Coaches Show live from Runts Barbecue.
Folks, Kyle Edwards, GMC in Muskogee. I was born and raised in Muskogee. Our family has owned the GMC dealership for over 50 years. We take great pride in being in the Muskogee community. Things have changed over the years, but one thing remains the same, our desire to take care of our customers. Looking for a new GMC truck or SUV? Our commitment to give you the best buying experience around. From sales, parts, or service, we are here for you. You have my promise to give you the best selection, best price, and the most for your trade-in at 1600 North Main in Muskogee or KyleEdwardsGMC.com.
The world of education is driven by numbers. So is the one company more schools and universities call on when fire or water damage strikes. 1-800-SERVPRO. The number one choice in commercial cleanup and restoration.
When it matters most. The name to remember? ServPro of Muskogee. 918-913-4490. Online at servpro.com.
There's never been a better time to find a great deal on a sedan, truck, or crossover at Nissan of Muskogee. Call 918-683-6605 or go to nissanofmuskogee.com. There's never been a better time to find a great deal on a sedan, truck, or crossover at Nissan of Muskogee. Call 918-683-6605 or go to nissanofmuskogee.com.
Proudly serving the elderly of the Muskogee community, Broadway Care Rehabilitation Center is a skilled nursing facility empowering better living through long-term care as well as many other respite care options. And coming soon to Broadway, the Memory Care Unit. At Broadway Care Rehabilitation, the amazing therapy department can help you or your loved one get back on their feet. Contracted with most major insurances, follow them on Facebook and see many of the enriching activities offered to the residents. Broadway Care Rehabilitation Center, proud to support the Muskogee Roughers. Welcome back to Runts Barbecue. Bill Huddleston along with the coach and the Muskogee Roughers, Dale Condict, who managed to get another 2 or 3 bites off that huge pork chop. And sure, he still got the 2 ribs, so maybe there'll be some leftovers to take to the house, Dale.
Thanks a lot, Bill.
Let's talk now about the game that's at hand. And yes, it was set up for Friday night, but because of the weather conditions, you and Bobby Klink, the head coach at Sand Springs, agreed to move the game up to give it a championship feel. And certainly it looks like it'll be an exciting ball game come Thursday night at Ruffer Village.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy how things work out. We hosted a semifinal last year with Sand Springs and Choctaw at our place there at Wagner. And, of course, I've known who Coach Klink is for a long time, but really was impressed with their team that day and how well coached they are. And now that I've watched film, you just know when somebody has it, and he's got it. So he's got a great thing going, and you know, we look forward to the challenge. I love coaching against great coaches. It's a fun part of it.
Well, there's not any question about that Bobby Klink has got that swagger, and his team has that swagger, and he's got 2 really good examples of that in his quarterback and his wide receiver that can make a lot of plays on any given night.
Yeah, and well, last year when I watched the quarterback, I'm like, man, this he's really, really good. And now, you know, coaching against him and you're watching, and it's I mean, he threw a ball on a trick play. I don't know if it finally came down, but it was a long ways. It had to have been about 65 yards in the air. So, yeah, he's got a great arm, a great presence about him, and then, you know, one of the better receivers around as well.
Well, certainly if you just look at numbers, Webb's got all kinds of stats. I think it's over 1,500 yards already through the air, and he does have his favorite target in Forbes that he likes to throw the ball to, and a young man that since his freshman season has been making moves similar to those of Jamie Beasley and finding his way to the end zone as well.
Yeah, and they do a great job of moving him around. And, you know, you can't just say, well, we're going to do this, because he's going to be in a lot of different positions. He's going to be in motion a lot of the time, and they just do a great job of getting him open, giving him the opportunity to get open. And then, of course, he's doing the work on routes, and the connection the two have it's second to none.
And it's certainly not just passing, because you sell out to stop the pass, and lo and behold, Bobby K's going to punch in at the middle and hurt you with the run game.
They got a very good run game, great running back. Of course, you know, I know the quarterback's capable of running the ball when they need him to as well. And then you flip over to the defensive side, they line up right. You know, they're going to get lined up right. They're going to do what they do, and they just get really good at it, and they're very physical. I mean, they're you know, I watch them I've watched a ton of their defense, and they don't put bad guys out there. The guys they got on defense, they're going to play with great effort and great energy, and we're going to have to execute at a high level offensively to move the ball.
Now, Thursday night's game, 7 o'clock at Ruffer Village, Muskogee and Sand Springs. This is the ball game that both teams have been looking forward to. I mean, there's without question. I mean, you've gone through now 4-0 start with Ponca City, and then the last 3 weeks also added on to that. Kind of feel like that if you could get past that first one, maybe you could win 4 in a row to get to this ball game. But this one, you got to go out and win between the lines. There won't be anything given away.
No, and you know, we're not ever going to shy away from the big game. These are the games that we want to be a part of. We want to, we want to have the big atmosphere and then go out and perform in that atmosphere. And this is an opportunity to do that. I think it's, as far as district play, it's the first real big test that we've had. And I think, it'll be interesting in that, the teams that we've beaten, both us and them. We're just better than them. It wasn't any doubt after halftime of who was going to win each of those games. So this will be the first time in district play. I think both teams will, have to dig a little deeper into the game to get it done. So it's going to be a great ball game.
It should be an exciting football game. And like you said, if you just look at scores, the points are almost identical to who scored the points, who's given up the fewer points and such. but it still comes down to execution, no matter whether it's Putnam City West or it's Sand Springs. But this Thursday night against Sand Springs, you better come and perform because they are going to perform.
Yeah, and if you get to turning it over and not executing, they could probably get on you pretty quick. So, all the things that the stat lines that win big games, they're gonna show up this Thursday night. You got to take care of the football, and I'm sure both sides feel like they got to be able to run the football some to open up things in the pass game, and then try to minimize the number of big plays you give up. All those things that win big games are. And we say all of it, but then it's going to unfold. So
it will unfold Thursday night once the referee blows the whistle and the game gets underway. How do you keep your players calm?
Oh, I'm not.
You're not?
No, I want them amped up. We want them amped up. I mean, not now, but come Thursday, we're going to want to get them juiced up and ready to go. And, you got to be under control. But there needs to be a certain level of intensity that's different that they bring to the table in a game like this, one that you can't probably mentally bring every week. I've always felt like, you can get them up like in a playoff type mode ever so often during the regular season. You're not going to do that every week, but, this will be a week where I'm sure both teams are wanting to get them. We're wanting to bring our A game intensity.
Well, to the victor goes the spoils, because for practical purposes, this ball game has a huge impact on the opportunity for either Sand Springs or Muskogee to win a district title.
Yeah, it would definitely put you in the driver's seat if you can pull this win off. And then, even if you look a little further ahead, you win your district, how it puts you, done it long enough. No, I'm looking like where does it put you on the playoff line and the playoff bracket. It's more favorable if you're first place. And so, there's a lot on the line. The season's not on the line, but yet we're not going to shy away that this is a big ball game.
Well, you can just tell from the level of Dale's voice that the game face is already on.
This is what I love most about it's the big game, the big atmosphere. Everybody's excited. Everybody's talking about it. The players are. You can tell there's a little different energy when they walk in the field house every day right now.
Well, you could tell it here tonight because, the fashion king of the football team, Jamie Beasley, he came looking suave and debonair and getting messages via the social media that, hey, Mr. Fashion was ready to show his stuff.
Yeah, he's always looking the part for sure. He's a cool cat, man.
Well, we're going to look for those cool cat moments on Thursday night when Muskogee entertains Sand Springs. We keep re-emphasizing the decision made today to move what was scheduled as a Friday night game to Thursday night, still the same time, 7 o'clock, and it is Hall of Fame night. 6 members of the Muskogee graduating classes of years gone by still will be inducted in a Hall of Fame award ceremony that will continue to be on Friday there at Ruffer Village, and some outstanding Ruffer greats being recognized for their contributions to Muskogee athletics. That'll all be a part of the Hall of Fame ceremonies on Friday. But Dale, it's game time. It's show time. It's time to go play for the district title against Sand Springs.
Yeah, and the student section has named it Blackout Night, so we're wanting everybody to wear their black shirts and bring your noisemakers. We want to pack our place and provide a great atmosphere for these players. They deserve that for sure.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing everybody at the Village on Thursday night. Don't forget, gates, I think, open at 6 o'clock, and kickoff will be at 7, Muskogee and Sand Springs at Ruffer Village. For Dale Condict, for Jamonte Jojo Alexander, and for Jamie Beasley, along with the Keebler kid himself, Ryan Dvorak, I'm Bill Huddleston saying so long from Runts Barbecue on the Tuesday night Muskogee Ruffer Coaches Show.
Have you been injured as the result of a car accident? Has your family been impacted by the death of a loved one caused by someone else's negligence? Whatever you're dealing with, you don't have to face it alone. At 222 Injury Lawyers, our dedicated personal injury attorneys are here to fight for the justice and compensation you deserve. Call 918-528-0222.